Nick. Okay, ready?
Ready.
Alright, we're counting down together, or just me, just you?
Now we can count down from 3.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1. What did I mess up?
There are 1 or more errors on this page.
Okay, again. 3, 2, 1. Wow. Oh my god. Can we just show the fact?
It's like, thank you. Your purchase was successful. No exclamation point.
Wow, Nick. Okay. It's official. We are annual pass holders.
Alright, picking up.
Okay, we are gonna have this be the first clip because we were a little silly and forgot to name the main reason for this video, and it's okay. Well, we will just adjust and figure out. So you will see us in this position in like a couple more clips, but basically the reason for this video is because we have the annual pass now, and so we plan on hopefully going, you know, a few times this year, where we have a few things that either, you know, we just spoke about last year that have been on the bucket list, like, oh my god, like, we need to do that on a future trip, or things that have been happening, like conversations we've had for like maybe 2-3 years at this point, and we just still have not actually done it. So
we're gonna get to it.
Oh yeah, so even though this is like I feel like already a crazy start to the video, this just shows how our brains are kind of scrambled sometimes. So we're just gonna sit back, we're gonna relax and eat our Chinese food. I can't show Nick's because Nick, you did have yours, but mine is like here and here, barely touched, so it's okay. I do yap more over Nick.
I eat very fast as well.
So we're just gonna sit back, grab a snack, grab a drink, enjoy, and we are just gonna chit chat and talk about our Walt Disney World bucket list for this year. This bag is getting put away. We do have our food, but the utensils is actually behind you. So one more sec.
Oh gee.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Clean. All right, so as we can see, we are in the car. We got some Chinese food. And for today, we are just going to go over our Walt Disney World bucket list. So if you want to get a little drink, a little snack, by all means, go right ahead because we're going to eat with you. So, all right, I guess we are just going to dig in, Nick. We don't have to be so crazy formal about it. I also have a little soda that I brought because we love her. So, Nick, what'd you get to order?
I get basically chicken and broccoli and garlic sauce, and it also comes with some bell peppers, which I really like, with white rice and an egg roll on the side.
So I ended up getting chicken and broccoli. So okay, actually the combo for chicken and broccoli, I didn't want it to like the juices to run into each other because I don't know, I'm not a fan of foods touching sometimes. So I got chicken and broccoli, a thing of chicken fried rice, and then we have each an egg roll. I don't know if you said that. I was kind of like pouring that soda, not thinking. All right, quick camera change.
There we go.
So first thing we're gonna actually do is just go over some of our like favorites for Walt Disney World, just in case we don't know. So I can't even remember, Nick. What was the first one? Well, are we gonna rank? Is that
yes,
what we said?
We are gonna rank because I have a sweeping declaration. I can confidently say, after careful consideration with my expert panel of judges, that Animal Kingdom is my favorite park. Hot take, like you said.
It's a hot take.
Because I just think the vibes all around in Animal Kingdom are the best. You feel, this is gonna sound funny, you feel adventurous, but you also just feel like, ooh, you're just kind of vibing with the flow of everything. And I think I would still put Hollywood second. The Star Wars stuff is still my favorite land out of any park, but Animal Kingdom itself as a park and whole is my new favorite. And then I gotta be completely honest here, I know Epcot has Guardians and the World Showcase and everything, but I'm going to be putting Magic Kingdom in the third slot, mainly because
what? What are you talking
Mainly because I have grown such a deep love for Tomorrowland, it's not even funny.
Okay,
So
you
Epcot
said
is
like
fourth.
before we started recording this, oh, Animal Kingdom. I said, oh, that's not that bad. Like, you know, I knew Hollywood was your first. I wasn't expecting this, Nick. That breaks my heart.
You're like, I don't know who you are. So yeah,
that's crazy.
It's-
I'm so sorry. Can I?
No, yeah, I'm
Thank you
sorry.
much. Appreciate it.
So yeah, Animal, Hollywood, Magic, Epcot for me. What about you?
It might change, but you know, obviously, okay, the reason also I feel like we're doing ranking is because I kind of want to see like how at the end of the year, like if it does change for us. So for me, I have to say Epcot is still first, just because I love the vibes of Epcot. I love like just like that relaxing feeling, because Disney can be so go go go, but when you're in Epcot, you're like chilling and you're just having a good time. So I don't know, we're gonna say Epcot. Then I would have to say
Animal.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I think Animal Kingdom. Only because I feel like that's the park we kind of gravitate like towards like the most, like together, like not on our own, but like our favorite mutual is Animal Kingdom. And there are like many days where I'm like thinking, oh my god, like I want to do this in Animal Kingdom and that. And maybe that like also relates like to like the relaxing part of Animal Kingdom. What?
Animal Kingdom also has, in my opinion, the best all-around food.
Yeah.
That you could get out of all the parks.
Did you
Epcot
just,
yeah.
Did you just move your beard?
I moved my mustache because I could feel I got something in it, so I was kind of trying to comb through it.
That's funny.
Actually, I shouldn't say that because we have not been in Epcot for Food and Wine yet, even though, yes, that's a festival.
Yeah.
We haven't been there for that, but I feel like Animal Kingdom has the best all-around food that you could get, quick service-wise.
True. So I think then
I know where you're going with this.
I know you know. I'm gonna have to say Magic Kingdom is my third, because Magic Kingdom, I would put her at second, but like I said, I don't know, Animal Kingdom some days I just miss it the most. So I will say Magic Kingdom is third, just because I mean, I feel like we can't explain this one. Magic Kingdom is just that park, you know what I mean? There's so many different vibes. The castle, like you said, Tomorrowland, just like Main Street, like we already know why we love Magic Kingdom, but I would have to say is third, only because again, for me, Epcot, it has my favorite ride and just like the vibes of like, you know, relax and stroll and try new things. Animal Kingdom, it feels like us fun, like I don't know, and I feel like that was like when we went on our second trip, we just like, I don't know, it just reminds me of like when we first started going to Disney maybe too.
Yeah, because our first trip we didn't do Animal Kingdom or Epcot.
Yeah. So I would say that, and then so that puts Hollywood at the bottom, which I don't mean to put at the bottom. I would say that is because even though she's fun, she's the most overwhelming park. So even though there's many things like in many different rides, like I feel like that's the overall park that the rides are the most fun. Like you can have many different like ways of like, you know, doing Tower where you have the drop ride, Rock and Roller Coaster, which is fast, the Toy Story Mania. So you know what I mean? I'm like, there's like a few things where it's like, it's fun in each different way.
Yeah,
also.
Hollywood's the park where you go for thrill rides.
Yes.
Hollywood is the thrill park, I would say, out of all four of them.
True.
Not counting the water parks.
True. So that's my ranking. Favorite ride? Go.
Dinosaur.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
again.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean, what am I talking
You're gonna
about?
put Avatar, you're gonna put Rise, you're gonna
hear me out. Ooh, my bone looks weird. Look at it sticking up like that. Ooh. There's something, even though I was born in 2002, I didn't grow up in the 90s, like when that ride came out or anything. There's just, again, there's something about Animal Kingdom and Dino in particular that just is all around fun. Not that all the other rides aren't all around fun, but I don't know, I'm just feeling Dino. I can always just be like, oh my god, here we go, here we go, here we go. Because it jerks you around, I laugh the entire time.
My favorite park. Wait, no, that's not the question. My favorite ride is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. I mean, I don't know why. Nick is having that answer. I adore you. But that is literally the most insane thing I've also heard in a while. So, you know, Cosmic Rewind. Love her. We'll get into, you know, one of our bucket lists for this year, but honestly, the only song I feel like I don't like is Disco Inferno, but every other song, absolutely amazing. So it fits so well. Like it's one of those rides where I thought Avatar was amazing until I went on Cosmic Rewind and I was like, nope, this is it. This is the top ride. Lastly, now, our favorite food. I don't know if you're gonna expect me to say this. I love Disney World's French fries.
That's not what I expected you to say, but we do eat a lot of their French fries. I think, was it our second trip? One of our trips that we went on, we got back at the end of the night, and we literally ordered from the hotel we were staying at, just 4 orders of French fries, brought them back to the room, and used our leftover chicken guy sauces, because we had so many of them. And we just sat there, watched TV, and just ate 4 orders of fries. It was fantastic.
I don't know. I just love to not overcomplicate it. I'm like, because I know I was in my head thinking, and I'm like, oh my god, wait, the simplicity of Disney World French fries. They're just like that cozy French fry when you get your chicken nugget. Or just like I said, like for us, like when we have like our separate nights where we just do that. So yeah, I would say Disney World French fries. Not overcomplicate it.
I am, honest to God, tossed, because I'm not including a drink in this, I'm genuinely just thinking of food. I'm tossed between cheeseburger steam pods or the Ronto wraps. And I gotta go, I think I'm gonna go Ronto wrap right now. Because I think I've eaten those the most out of everything. So yeah, I think I'm gonna say Ronto wrap for favorite food, because I could eat those. I think I ate 4 of those in a day one time, which I don't regret at all.
Alright, another camera angle switch just because it's starting to get a little dimmer now, and I have the flash on ever so slightly, so we're just gonna hope and roll with it. I am pulling up our Walt Disney World little bucket list, and we have categorized it into 3 sections. So we got, you know, you couldn't even see that. I apologize. We got food, we have experience, we have general. So general is more like in our lifetime we hope to do it, but you know, if we end up doing it this year, that would be great. But we're gonna first start off with the food category, actually.
First thing we have on the food list is the Pongu Pongu Giant Navi Pretzel, which we almost got, was it in September? Or was it May? It was September? Okay. So we almost got it in September, because Pongu Pongu is where I get my favorite beer from, the Mohara High Country Ale. And we had gotten off of Avatar Flight of Passage, I got the beer, and we were like, do we get it? And we were like, nah, let's save it for later. So that is definitely something that I think we can honestly do pretty soon.
The next one, Nick is not like too sure what it is, but I wrote it because I've always heard of it, and it looks so good to me. If you have ever been to Animal Kingdom Lodge, we only went like, I think once, and it was just to have like the bus transfer. But if you go there, you can find zebra domes. And, you know, I said I was gonna look up what it is, and I definitely didn't. But basically, it's like a mousse, I think, but it's like also like a liqueur mousse, I want to say. But it just looks like a chocolatey, like just like not like fluffy. Yeah, fluffy. Yeah, fluffy. So like just like a chocolatey, fluffy dessert that I think would be just so utterly amazing. But Nick is not a fan of mousse, so I know when we get them, it would most likely be me having it. But alright, next one, also I don't know if you know about, is Pog Juice, because it is pineapple, orange, and guava. And same thing, I just feel like it's one of those things that it's always talked about, and I'm like, I think that would actually taste so good.
It doesn't sound bad. I've just never really heard of it all that much.
And we have a winner! Nick finished his plate while I barely touched mine.
I still got an egg roll. So next is, this one is specifically for Olivia because it's something you've talked about for at least like 3 years now.
Yeah.
At least 3 years, if not like maybe the last 2 trips or something. But
no, it's been since 2023.
It has? Alright, so it is a Mickey Rice Krispie treat specifically from the Main Street Confectionery. I don't know where you got the idea for that from originally, but you have said it every single time we go to Disney. And every single time you forget. The closest we got was in May, and we went for a week. You got one in Africa, in Epcot. When I got the blue slushy, you got a Mickey Rice Krispie treat.
You just said you got one. You said you got one in Africa, in Epcot.
I said Animal Kingdom.
No, you didn't.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Okay, go on.
Roll the tape back. I don't believe it. The closest that you ever got to that was in Animal Kingdom in Africa. I forget what shop it was, but you got one there, and I got like a blue raspberry slushy freeze drink. But that's something you've talked about for years now, and it's finally gonna happen because it's not something hard to do.
I know. I just simply forget, and like, it's even like when we first tried like the cheeseburger spring rolls.
You've said that before too.
Like when we first tried the egg rolls, it took like, I think like 2 trips for us to like remember. Go ahead, take it out. That we were gonna like try it. So that's why we're like doing this bucket list, because I'm like, no, we need to hold ourselves accountable too, to actually do the things that like when we're down there, we're like, oh my god, like we have to do this, and then we never end up doing it. And don't get me wrong, that's like my goal for this year, is to actually do things that I tell myself I will and never end up doing. So that's why we also have a Disney bucket list. Oh my god, I am so silly. We also forgot to close out before we started going into like the details, we became annual pass holders.
So guys, we became annual pass holders in November. Go on.
You see how chaotic this is? This is why, honestly, I know I'm cutting certain clips, but we're just gonna have to keep certain ones in too. Alright, so we just re-introed, guys. That was kind of crazy.
Camera tricks, you'll never know.
Alright, the iPad went in.
Do you want a napkin?
Yes, please.
Here, let me just pull out a stack. I need to get more from Chipotle on Tuesday. Oh my god, we get Chipotle on Tuesday. The last item on the food docket is
docket.
You've never heard like this item on the docket.
I heard it. Just very random, Nick.
The last item on our food list here is the cookies and cream Mickey beignets, which are only available at Port Orleans French Quarter. Is it only available there, or is it other places? It's not in Magic Kingdom.
No.
Okay.
It should be just whatever you just said.
Port
Orleans. Thank you.
French Quarter. They're only available around Halloween, and we just went for the Halloween party in September, but, you know, I don't think we knew that they were only at the hotel.
I did.
You did? Okay,
I didn't want us to run. Me. Yeah, but I didn't want us to run around like crazy. That would be nicer to do, like, if we're there for longer than 2 days. Also, I think we said this, and I don't mean to call you out like more than once, Nick, but now I'm the only one eating. I just feel weird because this was supposed to be a back and forward thing where I'm like, oh fuck, now it's just me.
Well, yeah, we're going back and forward with the eating and the talking. See how little I chew. I chew like 4 times max and I swallow. I'm like a snake. Now we're on to the experience section of the bucket list, and the first thing we have here is somewhat very me-centric. It is to be able to sign the book to be like the first rider of a ride for that day. And of course, I specifically would love to get Dino. I would also like one of the Star Wars rides, but since, you know, Dino is closing, which we found out is not going to be till basically 2026, and it's just 2025 right now.
Can we talk about that too?
Our September trip and video is a complete lie. Basically went on it for nothing, but it was fun.
See? We couldn't predict when it was going to close, so that was just our crazy idea for months.
They did.
And I don't regret it, honestly.
No. They said for the longest time, though, like, all the rumors were that, yeah, by end of 2024 it was going to be gone. And then they only just announced that the Dino-Rama area was going first, but then they're like, oh no, yeah, Dino itself is going to stay open through 2025. So it was like, okay, that's great, but, you know, that would have been nice to know. A little earlier. But I would love to sign the Dino book again because it's going away. I wish I could keep the book, or at least take a picture of it.
You probably can. I think that's gonna be so cool if you get to do it, Nick.
We would genuinely have to, like, be at Animal Kingdom fucking freaking at the butt crack of dawn.
Mm-hmm. Do you want some of this? I know you got me a large.
Yes, I will pick on it, but just not at this very moment. Why does it look like you have mac and cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Mac and cheese.
Guardians of the Galaxy's Whoa, I knew I was gonna mess up this sentence.
Carnival Hayride?
In Epcot, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Alright, we'll break down actually our, like, experience on Cosmic Rewind, just because we're gonna go over how many times we've ridden it and how many songs we got. You are the memory more, but I of course know a few of them. So, first time we rode it, we got Conga. Second time we rode it, we got
Conga again.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No, we did not. Because January. We got 2 new songs in January. We got One Way or Another. And...
we got Conga the first time on our May trip.
Okay, yes, but that's why I said the second.
Oh, no. I think the second time we did it, it was...
One Way or Another.
And Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Yes. My God, Nick, we can't have a proper sentence. Conga, Everybody Wants to Rule the World, let's just guess. And then, One Way or Another. Mm-hmm. So then, 4th time we wrote it, Conga again. Then, when we were in the, like, May trip, we got... That wasn't also a proper full sentence. Wow, we are doing great. So...
On the May trip, we got,
We got September, and then we got Disco Inferno. And so then, now that leaves the song that we have been wanting, maybe since, I would say last year, actually. Like, we only really want to...
Mostly last year.
Mm-hmm. Which is Iran. And honestly, don't ask why we want it. I just think that song, like, when I heard it, like, after we wrote it for the first time and, like, watched, like, the ride through and everything, I just became so in love with how it sounds in the beginning, like when you take off. We've only repeated September and Conga, so what is that?
Well, there's 6
5,
songs.
6, 7. So we've only ridden it... No, that wouldn't make sense. 7 times. Yeah.
We only got 2 repeats, and there's 6 songs. So we got 5, and then 2... Yeah, so 7.
So we've only ridden it 7 times, and we... still have not gotten... I still think that's crazy. Like, that's why in May, when we were vlogging, I was like... Are you kidding me? Like, I thought this would take forever to, like, you know, get them because it's, like, you know, rare. Like, you don't know what song you're getting. No, we ended up collecting them like Thanos collecting those stones, and the only one we cannot get is Iran, so...
And side note, Iran is... And I don't know why this is. It's not because of this ride. Like, I knew of this song for quite a while before the ride. Iran is one of my favorite songs. It's not my favorite song, but it is... I think it's easily in my top 10 favorite songs just ever. And it does, for some reason, it just fits the ride perfectly from beginning to end, better than any of the other songs, I feel. Conga's a second close for me, and then I would say September. The others are just kind of there. I still wonder if one day they're gonna, like, update, like, all the songs, like, somewhere down the line.
I hope not. Like, I do and don't, you know? I feel like it's greedy of me to want it after we get them.
I wonder how they picked it. Like, they probably, like...
Sorry, guys.
Disney probably put out a poll or something, but they didn't tell anybody what it was for. It was like...
I think it was just, like, on, like, whatever licensing they could get. Now, next one is Hot Cookie Hour in Disney Springs at Gideon's Bakehouse. Nick is not a fan of warm chocolate chip cookies, so that's why this is kind of geared towards me, but I really want to do it when we take your parents later in the year. So I think that's going to have to happen. It's only from, I want to say the first one's at 11 and then the next one is at 6 p.m. unless I'm so lying and it's like 2 p.m. and 6 p.m.
I thought it was like 10.
It's specific times for it.
Yeah.
So either of the times we pick, that's when I would want to, like, go with them so that we can, like, get it fresh and hot. I think that would be nice for me and your dad.
Next on our list is literally just Rock and Roller Coaster, because our first trip we got to ride it, we loved it. I think we may have ridden it twice, but I can't remember. Our second trip, we got to ride it as well. And then every single trip after that, we've been on, what, 6 trips now?
Ever since 2022.
Yeah, because every single time we went back after our second trip, it was closed for renovations. And it keeps happening
Around the
every
time.
single time we go.
Yeah.
And right now, they just finished a long renovation, so it's open, it's running, so we should be able... We should be able to do it. Hopefully. And
It's turning into the Muppets.
Yeah, it's also becoming a Muppet-themed coaster, which I don't even want to get into because it makes me so upset and angry. I got nothing against the Muppets.
There you go.
No, I love the Muppets, I do. But it does... Rock and Roller Coaster does not need to become Muppet-themed.
Agreed.
If they're removing the Muppets in general to make way for something else, it's like, why are they just moving it over? The only thing I can think of is because Aerosmith is, like, officially done touring and everything. Maybe they're like, hey, yeah, we're done with, like, all of our rights or something. Or, I don't know. It's clearly a rights thing, but I don't want to get into it. It's making me mad.
So then, another experience is one new festival. So, whether that is Food and Wine, whether that is Festival of the Holidays, I mean, that's really it, but that's like Epcot theme. I mean, I guess I meant, I don't know if I don't know if I meant like festival / like
parade or party.
Yeah, like, you know, like special ticketed events, I should say. I think that's probably what I should have worded it as. Because like we said, last year we got to do Mickey's Not So Scary, and amazing, so fun. That was more your vibe. I'm a Christmas girl, so I am wanting to go see that so badly for Christmas time. But next one is, this is like a question mark, but a water park. And the only reason I say a question mark is because when we're down there, I feel like we like our routine of like just the parks. Like we know what we want to do, but like I feel like we do eventually want to see the water parks and experience them. So that's why I'm like, you know, well, maybe like later in the year we'll feel motivated to do it or something.
Yeah,
or like over the summer.
At some point. Sorry, there's a car coming, so if the lighting looked weird for a second. Second to last item we have here for the experience
Sorry again. Sorry guys.
Is to see Disney through our family's eyes, and most specifically at the moment, that's because we're going on a trip, me, Olivia, and my mom and dad in May. And my parents have been before. They took me when I was, I want to say maybe like 5 or 6 years old. I don't remember how old I was, but I know I was really young. And they haven't been back since, and so much has changed multiple times over since, like, you know, whatever, like 2006, 2007, whatever. And mainly...
Say whatever again?
Whatever. Whatever. Mainly for my dad, the Star Wars stuff, because he was a, you know, he's seen all the films since they came out, and he got me into it from a really young age, so I'm super excited to see him see that for the first time. We're gonna definitely... I know at least he is gonna build a lightsaber. I think I might do it again, just so all 4 of us can be in there.
Yeah, you
and
should.
See it.
You know you want to, Nick.
No, I know, because they've updated, like, all the kits you can get. Like, originally it was, like, a set of, like, 5 different sets you could pick from. Now they're, like, all different new parts and everything. So I may want to make another one. I don't think he wants to build a droid. I think it's mainly just a lightsaber. And I'm fine. I would only ever want to build another, a BB unit. But that's not high on my list of things to do in the near future. But I'm just excited to see it for them, you know, to see how they do it, how they enjoy it, what they like, what they don't like, kind of thing. I'm just excited to, you know, just go and have fun.
I think it would be, like, just very beautiful to, like, see their excitement the way when we first experienced it, like, with each other. Like, when I got to see you make the droid for the first time. But just to have, like, that, like, first time, like, we would basically, like, in a way, like, relive it for the first time with them, like, just to see it.
Yeah.
But my family, they're not too crazy on going, and so that's why, like, when we were talking to, like, your parents about it and they were, like, down for it, I was like, what? I'm like, you guys still want to come with us? So that's where I'm like, I'm really excited to get to share something that we've grown to, like, love, and show them why we love it, but then to also see it through them again, like, see first time again, kind of.
Yeah.
That's gonna be so much fun. Next one, Nick is not too sure about, because I guess if we can't tell at this point, I wrote it all out for the most part, but it's okay, you know? Epcot photo booth. It is located inside of like Figment, and you know, we actually have never rode Figment still, so I think us with our trips, like just in general, we skip over a few things to maybe like try to stretch out like our first time experience in something. The Epcot photo booth I've known for, I want to say, over a year. Like sometime in 2023 I found out like they had a photo booth in like the Figment section, and we have one in Dino, which I love, but I think it has like the old Epcot like ride-in, and even if it doesn't, I just think it would be very fun to take a cutesy little Epcot photo in the photo booth. So, what?
We have two, actually. We have one in Dino, and we have one in Rainforest Cafe.
You're right. We just adjusted the lighting again, because I feel like it got even more dim. So, now we are going over our general, like, lifetime little things. First one, go ahead, Nick. Oh, wait, no, you don't know it, do you?
You mentioned it to me, but I don't really...
Okay, so...
Oh, no, I kind of remember, but you... this was more a you find.
Okay, so this one is basically, I don't know like what the lake is called outside of Magic Kingdom, like in the resorts between the Poly, Grand Floridian, and I think that's it, because I know like Contemporary is on the other side.
I know it's man-made.
So basically, I've seen that people can rent a boat and basically watch the fireworks that way, and the only way I would want us to do this, I'm sorry, I have a piece of food in my teeth.
A boat? Hey, I've seen a boat.
The only way I would want us to do this, if it's like both of our families, because it's like up to 10 people, I think, and you just rent out the boat, you watch the fireworks, that just looks so freaking cool. And so that's why I'm like, sometime in our lifetime, I would love to be able to do that, like with them.
What kind of boat? Like a little rowboat?
Yeah, like a... You didn't go with us to that thing in the sky. It's like an open boat. It's like an open boat.
Okay.
Like you're sitting down and chilling.
And you boat.
Yeah.
You guys ever boat? Next one is one that we again have wanted for quite a while. Almost got lucky again in May, but we saw a video a while back, at least a year ago by now, of somebody getting stuck on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway in Hollywood Studios, right at the scene where you go in with Daisy and you're doing the ballet, and she gets ready and she's like, oh, everybody come in, and she's like, okay, ready, and then she gets stuck there. And that was funny on its own, but somebody made a comment in that video that was like, she just needed a minute, which just, it's so simple, but it just struck us, like, as really funny. So we've always wanted to get stuck there, and we almost got lucky in May. Mm-hmm. She got stuck, like, just a little before that, like, as we were just coming in, because she was like, oh, you're all doing so, whatever. And we get in, and right before she said, okay, ready, and that's when she got stuck.
Yeah, it was this close. It was like, what, not even 5 seconds off.
Yeah.
So again, very, very minor. Like, I know nobody, I guess, thinks of this when they're thinking of, like, you know, little scratches they want to eventually happen. I just realized I have to write one down. Tally the Elf.
Oh my God,
Have we heard about Tally the Elf? He is so amazing. So I'm sorry, we're just gonna say here and now, Tally the Elf, he's awesome.
You know what would be fun?
He's so fun.
What will be fun? This isn't even a bucket list, but like, if we could now just like spot him, like just as now a normal cast member, because they're not doing the holiday parade. Like if we just see him around.
Oh my God! So that's what we should do. Now until hopefully if we get to go during Christmas time.
Try to spot him somewhere.
Yes.
Next is Olivia's Cafe, and where was this again? Where is this located?
I want to say the Boardwalk. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think you're right, but anyway, Olivia's Cafe, and this again is mainly for Olivia because that's her name. If you go there, don't they give you like a shirt or a tag or a hat or something?
They give me a little pin that says the boss is home. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. I don't think I want to do it this year. I think I want to do it next year, like for a birthday trip. And I'm sorry, I feel like I found out about it like maybe only a year ago. And I didn't really have a desire to go. But then when I started to think of like my birthday for next year, I was like, wait a minute. There's a cafe called Olivia's Cafe. So I am gonna go there, get my little pin that says the boss is home.
But don't they don't all the workers have to call you boss the entire time you're there? And then on top of that, if you go for your birthday, that'll be it'll just be two birds with one stone.
That'll be cool.
Next, we have the Baby Bell cheese seats at Woody's Lunchbox. Thank you, I couldn't remember for a second. At Woody's Lunchbox in Toy Story Land, because we've seen these since our very first trip when we went in May of 2021.
And as everyone knows, they're probably the hardest things to even get.
They're the most coveted thing, I think, on Disney property for some reason. Anytime you go there, they are completely packed, and I don't mean to put this in a negative way, but people are like vultures for these seats. The second you could be staring at a seat for 15 minutes straight, somebody gets up and somehow somebody's been looking at that seat for 30 minutes and they're there that. You have to kind of be mean to get a seat like that. And I don't want to do that. It's a seat. It's really not that big a deal. But I would love to be lucky enough to be like, oh, wow, look, there's actually just a free seat. We get there early or something.
I watched, someone, because we love watching vlogs. And in one of the vlogs we watched, it was at Epcot, to have dine-in reservations during the Epcot fireworks show. The reason it's in general is just because I don't know if I feel crazy enough to do it this year. But I feel I guess that can also work with no, there's nothing for a dine-in for Happily Ever After, I think. That's its own thing. So there's a few places you can eat in the World Showcase to have basically a good spot for the fireworks in Epcot. So I don't know personally, the video we watched, it was the England one, Rose and Crown Pub or something. So that's specifically kind of where I would want to have that in the future, just to have a seat, eat our little dinner, and be like, wow, this is fun.
That could be nice. I haven't looked at the Rose and Crown's menu, but pub food, that'd be nice if they have good pub food. Next we have riding Space Mountain with the lights on. We don't know how or what determines when they put the lights on. I don't know if that's the cast members who are just hey guys, do you want to put the lights on? I don't know if it's a maintenance thing. I don't know how that happens or if it's just pure luck. But I've seen videos of Space with the lights on, and it really does take away, because I know people say it's so scary because you see how close you are to things. But also, that's what makes Space feel so fast, is because the lights are out. But in truth, you're not even going 30 miles an hour, I've heard, on that roller coaster. So I'd like to be able to see that and be like, oh wow, we're not really moving that fast at all.
Yeah. I feel if we ever catch it on the People Mover, I don't care how long the wait is, I would run with you over there to hope to get on it. Because, like you said, it is scary without it, but just to be able to be wow, look at us, we experienced Space with the lights on, while riding it, that just seems so cool.
And we got to experience Space with absolutely no light at all at the Halloween party, which was absolutely jarring and horrifying to experience. So now we want to do a complete 180 and see it with the lights on.
Yes. Next one is to go to a park on its birthday. And so let's see if I can do this off the top of my head. Animal Kingdom is April 20th. Oh, my thumb looked weird. So April 20th. Hollywood Studios is May 1st. And then both Epcot and Magic Kingdom are October 1st.
I think that's right.
I think if I'm literally messing up Epcot, I cannot forgive myself. So we're just gonna hope I'm right. I'm pretty positive though. Anyway.
But they typically have some exclusive merch that they do for stuff like that, because it just happened with
Hollywood.
Because
when we went in May, we didn't realize we were there during a park birthday, but we already had plans in another park. So that's why I'm you know what, I want to be there on a park's birthday just to celebrate them. And yeah, I could be crazy and I could say each park, but that's also a little too much.
Nah.
So we'll just write that for now.
Alright, we are almost at the end of the list here, but next we have getting evacuated off of a ride. And I, again, personally would love to get evacuated off of Dino, because
I was gonna say Everest.
I thought Everest too. I would love to get evac'd off of Everest and have to walk by the giant Yeti animatronic, but that's my main reason for Dino, is because I love and get creeped out by animatronics at Disney or anywhere else. So I just think it would be really cool for them, you know, like, oh, the lights flip on. It's like, okay, guys, we got to get you off. And you're just walking through and seeing, you know, these giant robots, these giant robotic dinosaurs just sitting there not doing anything, which is also why it's kind of creepy to me.
True.
But, yeah, I'm trying to think, like, Avatar wouldn't be that cool because it's just a giant screen.
Yeah, no.
Rise might be kind of cool to get evac'd off of.
True. I don't know. I always thought Everest. I thought that would be really fun. Cosmic Ray one, I don't want to get ruined, personally. Nah. I would rather keep... I would literally ask you to hold my hand and I would shut my eyes and walk all the ride with you, if you're okay with that.
Well, we almost thought we got stuck on Everest. Was that us? Like, we got up to the top of the mountain and it didn't go back for, like...
I think so,
a minute and a half or something?
Yeah. Next one. I do and don't know how to do this one, just because I think you need 6 people for it, because when you ride Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run in Hollywood Studios, basically you can activate what they call Chewie mode, and there's a video like on how to do it, but like 6 people need to be on it and like actually like pressing it. So I would love to be able to do that. It would be very cool to do with your father, but I wouldn't want that to be like the first thing he ever experiences for Millennium. So
yeah, I don't know how it's done. I think I've seen the video like once when Galaxy's Edge first opened.
Yeah.
And pretty much, again, we don't know how you activate it, but, you know, someone in a Chewie costume will come in and basically do the ride with you.
That I don't know what you're talking about.
I swear to God, I think that's
I think it's just like the ride gets taken over.
Oh.
Like with like Chewie. No one walks in a Chewie. They're gonna have Chewie on standby, I think.
Well, I don't know. I swear that's the video I saw years ago.
No, they're not gonna have Chewie ready and available.
Just like, yeah, hey, Todd, you ready? Yeah, I'm ready.
That was funny. Last one I want to talk about, because we've only recorded one, but Nick has been 2 things in Mike's laugh floor in Magic Kingdom. He has been Sully, and he has been the guy that did not want to get called on, and I so badly want him to become that guy. And to make that happen, I think we would have to sit like in the front row. So I will drag you to the front row to hopefully get that, because that will be amazing to have you get it. Sully, as we can see,
yeah, it's kind of hard to see right now, but I am quite bushy. But I did plan on growing it out because it has been very cold where we live recently. But yeah, when we went and I got picked for Sully, my beard was quite bushy. And they were like, oh, look at that guy. He's really hairy.
So, in May. No, you go.
No, yeah, and in May, we were sitting somewhat in the back. Not because, you know, for any particular reason. That's just where we ended up sitting. We were really tired and hot. And they were like, oh, I'm going to pick someone who's sitting in the back, doesn't look like they want to be picked. And as he was saying this, I leaned over to Olivia, I was like, I swear to God. And as soon as I said that, boom, the spotlight was on me, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. But yeah, to be that guy, that's the guy that they keep going back to. And I think the trick is they always pick an older guy who just looks absolutely miserable. Because every time we've seen that guy in person, they just look like they don't want to be there.
So what you gotta do is pretend that you don't want to be there.
I think that wraps it up.
Yeah, I can't lie, I didn't expect to like whip through this. And I feel like, thinking of it now, I'm like, is this like a lot? Like, I feel like this wasn't like a lot that I thought it was gonna be a lot.
We've been talking for a decent half hour at least.
True.
If not more.
Maybe I don't think it's a lot, because it's like the first 2, like the food and the experience category, like I want to get done this year. But then there's like other stuff for Lifetime that obviously like over time we'll start to add it and be like, you know, like things that you wouldn't think of, like, oh, we want to get this, oh, we want to get that. Like, yeah, some are typical, but some are like, no one really knows.
But with this list wrapped up, I think we can tell them something.
Tell them what?
That we are going on a trip in January. At the time of recording this, we are leaving in just over 2 weeks. I think it's 18 days. And we are going to be going from a Thursday to a Monday.
So we're going to have some juicy Disney vlogs. I wanted to say juicy.
Jonathan, our first trip as pass holders.
Yes.
Annual pass holders, not just any pass holder.
Hey, I cannot wait to hold that pass and run around and be like, oh my god, like it's gonna be a very surreal and special little moment. So I'm excited to have just this full year with you.
I am too.
Have our fun little Disney trips that we started only, what, 4 years ago?
Yeah.
4 years
4
ago.
years ago now.
Hope we had fun, because I know we are a little all over the place, and I say that. I think I'm gonna start saying that. Huh?
We're always all over the place, are we
I
not?
know. I feel like I'm gonna start saying that in the videos, because I know there's times where it just gets a little confusing, like, huh? Because like how I cut it, because I forget sometimes, or if it just makes like no sense. So anyway, like I said, hope it was entertaining. Hope we just had a fun little yap session, because we love going to Disney World. We started this channel for travel and to look back on, and that's really, I think, the theme of this year. Like I know I personally tried a few things last year, where I think this year I just want her to be a fun little, like, just like more like an entertaining outlet. But who knows, maybe that'll change over time too.
Yeah.
But I'm just excited, like I said, to be an annual pass holder with you. It's going to be a very good Disney year. Like last year was absolutely, like I said in the previous one, like one of the best years I feel I've lived. And I'm not saying this one has to exceed what last year was like, but it's just, we gotta live in the moment. We gotta be happy to be able to live another year. So we're gonna have a good time. Well, we are gonna now drive our cold selves home, because we have not had the heat on this entire time, but we got it super hot.
With
we have some little bit of clothes. I got little slips on. But I'm quite ready
Quite ready.
to get warm. So, like we said, we will see you very soon for our January vlogs. We are very excited to just dive into it, because it's going to be a little different the way we are used to taking our Disney trips, just ever so slightly. So, with that, we will see you guys in the next one.